Hello, everybody. So, I remember a long time ago when I actually started this channel, I went into depth with a lot of staking platforms and a lot of yield farming, like degen yield farming platforms. Um, if you guys are familiar with Drip and Drip's ecosystem, this is going to be something that you should really look into. Um, the animal farm, it just launched today, really, really, really early. Their idea is it actually came from Drip's network, and they're the makers of Drip that are kind of working on this project here. And as you can see, as the TVL goes up and the rewards are being handed out, this is a long term um, passive income um, ecosystem that they've created. So it's kind of like taking a gist of what Drip did, and it's kind of mixing it into something really, really interesting, out of the ordinary, and hasn't been done before. So their idea is take the animal farm, right? That's the whole concept. The animal farm. You have dogs and you have pigs. The dogs is the token that actually you're going to be using that as a way to get pigs. Pigs, on the other hand, are the ones that you stake in order to get your BUSD, your dollar value, right? So the goal is to get as much pigs as you can, accumulate as much pigs, and stake that for BUSD rewards. Because how they're actually getting the pool for BUSD is based on all the tax in the entire ecosystem. You have tax for the actual project, you have tax based on certain things like you have tax based on certain things like even depositing, like when you deposit tokens, for example. I'll show you here. They explain that there's certain things here like token per block is how much is being emitted for the dog token, for the pig token. Um, then they'll explain it if it's deflationary, etc., which is really nice. It's very explanatory. You can see there's the APRs are still really, really high. A lot of them are over 100 for stable coins. And this is just started. They haven't actually started to refill them, haven't started to push towards having higher, like, certain things like that, and starting to refill it. Because as there's more money added into the ecosystem, the more there will be distributed into the pools, and they'll start filling these back up. So the APRs are going to get back high, right? And that's kind of where the goal is. So as you can see here, the liquidity is already at 147 million, right? If you look at this farm here, like the main farm, it already has 12 million in it. So, and this is like that's crazy to think that there's so much. 3 million, 4.4 million, 1 million. All of these pools have so much money in it. And that's how you know the higher the TVL, the more everlasting the project's going to be. They launched it today, and this is an ecosystem that actually integrates with Drip, right? You can see that there's only a 1% deposit fee, and the Drip BUSD will also be given rewards, right? Look, there's $17 million in here. As time goes on, this increases over time. I put in a small amount just to see how it is, and slowly use this as a way to exponentially increase my total value, because as time goes on, I'll gain pigs, I'll start to stake them, and then I'll be getting BUSD. Especially in a bear market, this is the type of projects you kind of want to get into to make sure that stable tokens are the ones that are going to be deeming the better versions, right? Um, and there's different things for people that are from Drip and are looking to get into the animal farm. You can actually get through with it without paying for it, right? And that's where this is very important. This is what is the best part, because the Drip community is massive, um, and they're growing like crazy. right? And now that they've created this, there's so much to it, right? If we look into more detail about the actual idea, because this is a layer 2 token, they explain how the layer 1 was and how the idea is and how, how this is maintaining, right? So people that were in the first layer are having access to layer 2. Likewise, layer 2 will have access to layer 3, and it'll move on and on and on, right? So they actually raised $1 million in, I think, like 10 seconds. It was gone. It was gone instantaneously, right? And this is what their funds were for. They raised a lot of money for their marketing, and I think the peak was around 8,000 people in the voice chat for the launch date, and that's crazy to me. Like, to think that it can get to that level is insane, right? And how this ecosystem really works, right, is to explain it in simpler terms. People who are holding the dog token, which is the main token, have an incentive to get the pig token because that'll be rewarding you in BUSD. The real reason why you kind of want to get that dog token is to get so much rewards in that pig token. So that reduces the amount of dump and like pressure towards people buying dogs, right? I mean, selling dogs. And then it has more incentive to buying pigs, right? And pigs won't dump as much because of the incentive and the amount of tax in the ecosystem that goes towards pigs. So people that do have pigs aren't going to be the ones that really want to dump, because those pigs are going to be used as a tool to actually gain more BUSD. And on top of that, when you do stake that BUSD, stake that pigs, those tokens are being burnt and they're being sacrificed. So those tokens are going to be deflationary in a sense that there's going to be less supply, therein raising the price. So how the ecosystem works is it brings everything together to allow the ROI to consistently stay high and be high throughout the year while still being able to maintain it. And that's kind of where this project is the type of project you kind of want to get in as soon as you can. And doing that will make you be able to get as much profit as you possibly can. And this is the end goal, right? This is what their idea is, and how to sustain everything so that it can consistently do really, really well, right? And this is based on buying pressure. This is based on marketing. This is based on them doing what they need to do. So they'll have L1, L2, and they'll have a countdown. Their farms are actually going live within an hour, and that's where a lot of the big, the hype is all about, right? Is getting into these farms and getting it in early. So let's see how it goes. I'll do an update on them, and let's really see how well this does. I'll leave a referral link down below. If you do use my referral, you'll actually get 3% gains. So it's actually better to get into the system using a referral than it is just without, right? And if you can start off, you look at these APRs, they're so high, they're crazy, right? 600% APR, 383K APR. These are actually going to go up as time goes on, as the TVL increases. So check them out. If you do research, you can research Drip Network. They have a massive project that's actually been doing really well. So this is what DeFi really is about. And I see this blowing up. I see Dog possibly going to like $500. So getting in now and starting to stake is definitely a good idea, right? And so just to elaborate, these deposit fees here, these are all going to be used as a way to fund this pig pen. And the end of the day, these are the pig pen, like this here. to stake your pigs to get BUSD is kind of what the end goal is. Anyways, I'll leave it to you. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video. You'll have more of these coming up soon.